Hey y'all, welcome to Racing Crafts. This is the Christmas card series for 2015. This is card number 2, and it's actually going to be 2 cards because I couldn't figure out which way I liked it better. So I did one in gold and one in silver, which turned out pretty cool because then I could intersperse the little design. So this is the card we're going to make. One in gold, one in silver. So I'm going to set these aside and we'll go ahead and get started. This card might take a little bit longer than anticipated because I am going to do some embossing and that kind of fun stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is I did cheat a little bit. I covered my reindeer with foam tape already because otherwise we would be here forever with you watching me put foam tape on the back of these guys. So what I'm going to do is the silver guy here, you know what, I might kind of come in a little bit. There you go. The silver guy is going to get the gold insert. It's just the gold piece that came out of the sky. And I'm hoping that the foam tape is enough to hold my little inlaid piece in. Alright. There we go. And it's just, you just literally feed it in there and piece it in. Now on the first set, I covered the back part with some Scotch tape, but I think the foam tape should be sticky enough to hold that in anyways. And then of course our gold reindeer is going to get the silver inlay. I'm pretty sure this piece was just meant to be thrown away and you were just supposed to have the open piece of the open design, but when I got to playing, I went ahead and fed the opposite color in, and I really liked it, so I went with it. Okay, I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to grab my patterned paper and my inside piece, because we're going to do some embossing next. And we're going to emboss in Ranger Silver and Ranger Gold. Ultra fine embossing powders. And I should warn you ahead of time, or tell you, this reindeer right here, this die cut image, is called, and I gotta grab my notebook here, Elegant Reindeer, and it is from the Silhouette store. That's where he came from. Okay, I'm going to do the gold guy first, just because he just happened to be the, you know what, maybe I can set these over here. It just happened to be the one I grabbed first. I'm going to emboss the same on both. It's just a matter of okay. So on the last one, I had intended to have this guy kind of angled, but I found he works better straight. And I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to just stamp this in the top corner this time. Instead of in the middle, because he's going to be flat. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm using this stamp. I don't remember what stamp set it came from, or it didn't have a name. I got it from Hobby Lobby, or I guess it could have come from Michael's too. So I'm just going to stamp this in the top corner. And I'm going to pull in my gold embossing powder. And while I'm going to assembly line this for most of it, this is one time where I'm going to do all of the gold first and then go back with the silver. And that just kind of makes it easier on myself. Okay. I do have one. Oopsie, at the top of this right corner up here. Okay, and I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to pull in the inside piece of my card, and I'm going to stamp. This one is from Stampabilities, and it is called In the Eyes of Children. I thought it was kind of fun to go with the reindeer. And I'm just going to oops, looks like I have a problem on that one. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, it is the fall. It is September right now, and they are out in the fields harvesting corn, and that causes problems for me. So I apologize if I sound funny or if I sneeze a lot. Ooh. Come on, don't be a pain. Had you looking pretty good. I'm going to leave that little spot because I'll mess it all up trying to get it. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and heat set that because I don't trust myself not to mess them up while I try to stamp the next one. Okay, and I want to let it get nice and hot. And then come in and hit it as quick as we can. Okay, and I'm going to set these aside and pull in my next set. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my silver embossing powder and my powder bag. We'll stamp. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in that top corner. Okay. Oop, I didn't get that stamped very straight, but that's okay. We're going to work with it anyways. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. Oops. That's the back, but I guess it's going to be the front now. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and close up my powder and get that out of the way. And I'm going to grab my heat tool and heat set these quick. Alrighty, and we'll go ahead and set that over here, and we'll go ahead and start putting our card together. I'm going to start by doing the inside of the cards, and I'm going to go ahead and just do both of them at the same time. And I'm just going to take my ATG. You know what, I'm going to scroll back out now that I'm not working on. Oops, wrong way. Now that I'm not working on them tiny little reindeer. And I'm just going to layer them. You know what? I have some embossing powder on my desk. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to layer that. Okay, nice and even. And I'm going to grab my 2 card bases, and I'm going to go ahead and put these guys in the middle, or in the inside, just so they're not floating around. Oops. And center that guy. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and layer my card fronts with the pattern paper, which is from the Paper Studio I'm gonna have to look which one it is because I just bought it. Even though I should have used my old paper first, I had to get new paper because you can just never have enough paper, right? That's what I keep telling myself. But it's so pretty. Okay, and it is Remnants of the Season is what it's called. Okay, so now we're going to do the ribbon. And I'm literally just going to cut some ribbon. And this is just Offray 1.5 inch. Dark red, I guess, ribbon. It didn't have a name on it. Where did I put the gold? I just had it. Alright. Oh! I knew it was out here. It's under the reindeer. And once again, I'm not too picky about how much I have. I try not to waste a lot, but I'm kind of in favor of whatever is easiest for myself. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to go ahead and put some ATG on the back of my card. And then I just secure the one end down, and then I flip it over and make sure that I'm laying straight before I lay the other section down. I find that is the easiest for me. Okay, so I get it kind of lined up in the middle. And I'm going to flip it over and just do a little bit of adhesive, and I make sure I play with it a little bit and get it straight. Which that one is not. Why am I having so much trouble? Okay. And then I take my silver or my gold ribbon. If I had silver, I would have used it on that one, but I didn't. So I just went ahead and used the gold. And on this one, I'm going to cheat and do the cheater method, which involves some Scotch tape. And I'm just going to put a piece of that tape on one side. And once again, make sure I'm got my ribbon straight, and throw down some Scotch tape. I'm going to do the same on this guy. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and even out that. Okay, so now I have to be careful and make sure that I get my silver piece in the card that has the silver, or on the card that has the silver on the inside. And I go ahead and put a little bit of extra ATG over where that ribbon is, just to kind of help hold it better. And we're going to go ahead and line that up. And we'll go ahead and grab the other one and put our ATG oops. I think it works better going this way. Go, and we'll go ahead and line that guy up. Okay, and so now all we have left to do is put our reindeer on, and I'm going to start with this one, and I think I'm going to pan you guys in a little bit again. I know on the other one I had to put more adhesive on the head and the antlers, but I think on this one we're going to be okay as long as I I think it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just peel all of this backing up. And unfortunately, there was no way for me to pre-do this. But it's much better than having to watch me cut all these little tiny pieces to put on here. It was kind of painful to sit and cut it, let alone I can't imagine you having to sit and watch me do it. It took a while. I should have just put them down flat. That would have been the smart thing to do. But it's just so pretty with that little bit of dimension on this reindeer. Okay, so that one's done. And I didn't put adhesive out here where it's really small, because that would just be really, really difficult. So I just didn't even try. And I'm just kind of piling these backings to the side here, and I'll take care of them in a minute. Okay, so then we just line up Mr. Reindeer, just like that, and there are our 2 Christmas cards. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all next time.